Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be diving into the Five Nights at Freddy's fanverse, so that today we can explore a brand new game named Juniors. Today I'm going to be talking about what I like and dislike about the game, what are some things that I would like to see improved, how does this fan game compare to Scott Cawthon's franchise, and other fan games similar to this one. So let's get straight into how this new generation Five Nights at Freddy's fan game is unique in its own way and offers mechanics that others do not. So starting off with the game's graphics. Juniors was primarily made in ClickTeam Fusion, with its character models being made on Blender. For a game that was made on ClickTeam, the graphics are very impressive. Animatronic models look eerie and realistic, even to the point that every minute detail on them stands out. The game runs well with little to no problems, and with further patches coming out, all existing problems will be fixed. The main office looks amazing and so does the basement. This game is fairly demanding, so a decent system is required, at least compared to other Fnaf fan games. Every piece of this game looks official, feels official. In terms of sound design, it's simply just next level. Juniors presents a fantastic immersive soundtrack, of which fits calm and stressful moments. Every sound in this game fits a purpose, and is used to either help the player or throw them off, both of which it does very effectively. The sound design alone in the basement segment must be praised. It's simply so epic and fits the atmosphere. It really makes you feel like you're in the finale of the game. Audio cues are a big part of the game, so you must pay attention to survive, especially in the basement segment. Moving on, let's talk about the gameplay of Juniors. This, in my opinion, is the best and most unique part of the game. You are an investigator in the Juniors location. Each night you have to find a ghost that is possessing the animatronics. The number of times that the ghost enters an animatronic varies throughout the night. To find this ghost, you must look through the cameras and look for clues such as flickering lights, handprints, abnormal camera movement, and abnormal animatronic movement. I personally found abnormal camera movement to be the easiest one to spot. For Balloon Baby, it is a lot easier to know if they are possessed or not. All you need to do is look at his stability, and if it starts glitching out, then you know it's him. For the marionette, it's the same as the other animatronics, but instead of seeing them on the camera, you just hear them. Each character has a stability meter that you need to keep in check, otherwise you'll be greeted by a jump scare. To prevent this from happening, you need to call them in using the conveyor system. With that, the animatronic will be delivered to you so you can fix it, but make sure that you're not calling in the possessed animatronic. And that just about covers the basics of the office segment of the game. I really enjoyed this paranormal investigation theme of this game. It's a nice break from just preventing animatronics from getting to you. And it achieves something that not a lot of other Fnaf fan games do. In fact, not a lot of horror games do, and that is being scary but very fun at the same time. Juniors gives an experience that's new and refreshing every night. It keeps you on your toes and you always have something to do, even in your downtime after correctly guessing an animatronic. Guessing an animatronic on low stability is very intense, and the game rewards you for what you do right and punishes you for what you do wrong. The game doesn't overwhelm you as long as you make the right decisions. You must make important choices right on the spot. The mechanics are great for ClickTeam and really does push the program to its limits. The more you play the game, the more you understand, the better you get, and the more you enjoy it. Breezing through the nights after you finally understand the mechanics is a great feeling. And once you get to the basement, the mechanics are completely different. They instead follow a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 formula, where you must flash vents, wind up the music box, put your mask on, and flash whatever is in front of you in the corridor. And after all that, things change yet again in the same night. The only Five Nights at Freddy's fan game that I've seen do this before is One Night at Flumpty's 3. It's a very unique way of carrying out a night, and I think many other games should try it too. It helps to break up the night and put even more pressure onto the player. More pressure as they're desperately trying to master the new mechanics given to them. Once again, the basement segment is something you'll enjoy more the more you play it. Beating the final night is a great feeling. Now let me touch a little bit on the context and story of Juniors. Juniors was actually first shown to us by Scott Cawthon himself. As part of Fnaf 6, there is an arcade game you can play called Midnight Motorist. Inside it, if you take a detour, you could actually find the location of Juniors. This is very interesting, as this may mean that Juniors has direct impact on Fnaf lore. I'm definitely not the best person to be talking about Fnaf lore, so I'm just going to be talking about Juniors' context in the Fnaf universe. The first actual description of Junior's story is given to us on his Game Jolt page. I recommend you read this as it provides context before you first play the game, but for now I'm just going to summarize what it says. To start off, there has been a frequent number of slip-ups and mishaps at the Junior's location, which has led to its temporary closure. An investigator, you the protagonist, is sent to check it out. You find out that there is an evil ghost haunting the animatronics. There's something he more desperately wants than you, and that is Paulbear, who is a neutral spirit which guides you throughout the Junior's story. The reasons for why this ghost wants Paulbear so desperately, we do not know. In fact, we don't even know who Paulbear really is, as he never takes off his costume throughout the game. You team up with Paulbear and you eventually try to catch the ghost. No voice acting, but there is box dialogue and it's still effective. I believe that the story of Juniors was not the best part, but even after you finish the game, you keep scratching your head at what things really meant. Maybe in the future we will find out more, but who knows. For now, the premise remains sleek and polished. I would love to see the continuation of this game happen at some point. VHS tapes can be found after completing certain nights. These mostly add lore towards the creation of the manga, of which we see short sequences where the ghost possesses animatronics and builds it, using it as its final form to take out Paulbear and the player in the final night. The story is simple for now, yet intriguing. It's good. Now let's switch our focus to the game's player base and current reception. So far the game has well over 1 million downloads, and on its Game Jolt page over 750,000 likes. So the game currently has quite a large following. Even before its release, it was eagerly anticipated by many, including myself. I believe that the game will keep on growing, even more so if a sequel is released. The game has mass amounts of potentials, and the Genius team demonstrated their talents and skills. Many others would love to see the game being continued. On its release, there has been many mixed reviews with people either hating or loving it. This could be the impact of the controversy surrounding this game, with the general director of the game, Ramanov, getting himself into a lot of trouble. But I don't think that should take away from the Juniors experience. I recommend all people to check out this game and at least give it a try. It really is the next generation of Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, and I believe many more will come in the future. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.